Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at Optimism. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button so you get kept up to date. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. We're always happy to hear from you. So whatever you want to say, drop it down there and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, in the description as well, you'll find a link to Discord. Why not come and check it out? Free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Okay, so let's get into the price action here. So first off, I want to just say there isn't a lot of information regarding this. The historical data doesn't give us a lot of information to work out what these moves are and where they are in context to the whole structure of the move as a whole. Though we can subwave count these as best we can. So basically, there's two ways I want to look at this. So the first thing is we can either look at this as a corrective structure. So technically speaking, we can look at this as an A, B, and potentially a C wave. So the C wave 1-to-1 would actually be this 358 area. So that would be an interesting zone if we do look to continue up here. We could actually look to target out this 1-to-1 area. If this is the case, we have two options from that completion. So either this move could be a corrective structure and we actually look to push to the downside, in which case we don't really have much information here regarding as to how low this can go, but alternatively, if we do manage to find support and we don't lose this zone here, I'm going to mark this up. If we don't lose this 39-cent zone, effectively we can argue that we're starting a new trend to the upside. So either this can be an ABC, we come back for a B wave, and then we look to push up for a C wave, which would potentially look to target up towards the 778 area to 1-to-1. Though we'd have to wait for that confirmation and a move back into this zone. The alternative way of looking at this is potentially we could be setting up with a 1-2-1-2 for a bigger structure here to the upside, and we're going to go over that next. So we just need to be careful, because if this does actually break down, we don't know exactly how deep this can go because of the fact that we don't have a lot of structure here. We could actually look to take this low point and look to push lower. So we just need to keep that in mind. At the moment, all we have is a 3-wave move. And what we'd want to see for this to become more bullish is effectively for this to become a 1-2, then we'd push up for a 3, 4, and a 5, and then we'd have an additional 4th and a 5th. So we just need to give it a bit of time and see how it plays out. So we're going to go into the more bullish scenario here, and that's basically what I'm talking about, is that we potentially have a 1-2 here and setting up for another 1-2 and actually looking for a much higher push to the upside. So obviously these will take a long time. This is the daily, so this would take a long time to play out, and we'd want to see this additional drop to the downside here for a 2, or we'd want to see another drop within this where this becomes a 1-2, and then we look to push up. So there's a few things that we need to keep in mind. So for this to play out, a lot of things have to happen. So looking at the current structure, I'm going to actually come down here into a smaller time frame now. What I'm looking at is that this is potentially a wave 2 low point, and this could be a 1-2. Then we get an additional 1-2 within this. Effectively, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this high. So this would be a 3rd wave potentially here. So now this is where it becomes a bit interesting. So we can argue that we still have some extension to the upside here, where we look at just this as a 3rd and a 4th here as an ABC completed. Alternatively, this 4th could actually potentially move over here, in which case this move would likely be completed into this high point here of this 322.83. So for as long as we don't actually break back above this, this could actually complete into this zone, and actually what we are looking for is continuation to the downside now, looking for this white 4th wave. So this white 4th wave zone would actually be this 232.98 to this 161.11. So invalidation of this 5th wave to the upside effectively would come by crossing the top of this move. So if we drop past this 1411 area, effectively it would invalidate this white 5th wave that we have marked here, and it would indicate that we have some other kind of structure playing out. So if we are completed here, what we'd be expecting to see is starting to see some 3-wave structure to the downside. So we'd have to argue that potentially this could become more complex, where we get this as an A, a B, and a C, and then potentially you could look to do another leg up and a leg to the downside. So we want to see how this plays out, but effectively we wouldn't really want to come back up against this high here unless it becomes a flat correction or something like that. So that's basically what we're looking out for. Is if we have completed here, effectively what we'd want to start to see is this move break down, and sort of confirmation would actually come by dropping down past this wave 1 level that we've got shown over here. For as long as we do hold this zone though, from this area here, let me get it on this low, of this 193.45, we can still look to this potential extension up here. So this is what I'm looking at the moment, as this is a 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for as long as we hold this 256.16 area, it is possible we could still be looking for a push to the upside here. So that target would actually be this 357.56 and 334.76 at the lower end. So it is possible we can argue this is completed here. And we're actually going to start to push up here. However, it is also possible that we still have some downside to come, and actually we could look to move back deeper into this box. So what we would then be looking for is potentially a move to the upside. And if I throw this onto here, let me get it right on there, down into this low, considering this is, well, theoretically saying this is completed, we could look for a move back up here to this 50%, 2998. To this 786 at a 31274. If we go much higher than the 786, it starts to become more likely that we're within this 5th wave, and we'd want to see basically 5-wave structure where we come down for 2, and we look to push up for that 3rd, 4th, and a 5th to the upside if this is actually completed at this low point. And if it is completed at this low point, we wouldn't be looking to go back below this 27873. And then we'd be looking to actually progress up here, like I said, in 5-wave structure. If this is the case, this would be our target zone unless we get further extension. I can't really see it within the count at the moment that we could have it. It would really make sense, but basically we'd have to see. So we'll have to wait for this bigger retracement in this 4th. So that, like I said, this 4th retracement will be quite a large one. So for as long as we don't, if we just keep correcting and then pushing up and then having smaller corrective structure like that, it would indicate that there's some more extension within these waves that I haven't taken into account, which might become more clear as the moves develop. But effectively what we're waiting on is this bigger 4th wave here. We want to see this play out, and we want to keep above this 411 area. If we break down below that, then effectively the only way we can still remain bullish on this is if we look at this move from this point. If we've managed to find support at this 50%, all the way up down to this 786, which is this $1.08. If we do manage to find support in here, this 618 is quite an interesting zone to be on, that wave 1 pretty much, just a little bit below it. So that would be looking at the potential we could still see some further extension where this becomes a 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 to the upside. But there's nothing indicating that at the moment, and we'd have to see that confirmation happen for us to basically say that that is what is going on. But yes, effectively, after completing this 5-wave move here into this high point, what we'd be looking for is a deeper retracement. So that current zone is this 159.73 to this 84.05 at the lower range of this. We can see that that 0.618 would take us up into this little zone of consolidation over here. So that could be an area that we actually look to test out if we're going to come back down for this wave 2. Alternatively, like I said, it could actually come down as low as this 9557. The maximum would be 84.05. But effectively, if we do come down and we lose this low point here on this bottom of this wave 2 that we got marked out of 63.47, this would invalidate any impulsive structure from this current point, and we would have to argue that this was just a corrective structure to the upside, and actually now we're forming some other kind of a corrective structure. Whether that takes this low or whether we find support, push up again, we'll have to see. But that's just what we're going to have to look out for. Okay, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button? We cover a lot of different coins on daily, BTC, ETH as well. So why not hit that subscribe button or have a look around the channel and see if there's anything you like. In the description below, like I said, There's a link to the Discord. Want to come check it out? It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. We'll be happy to help you out. Also in the description below, you'll find affiliate links to BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on the regular when we're doing our trading. They are great exchanges, and if you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel. There are also some bonuses on your deposits if you meet the criteria, so why don't you go down and have a look at that and see if you are interested. Okay, everyone, have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.